Today we're going to share with you some of the new details about the upcoming 2026 Mustang Mach-E, including a new special package that's going to be available.
We're so excited to share all the details that we have with you, including specs, including pricing, all the coloring, interior, exterior, everything that we have. We're going to share with you, including our thoughts. I'm Liv.
I'm Patrick.
We're the electric duo. Let's go.
Here it is. This is the 2026 Mustang Mach-E with the California Special Package. As you can see, they've added some subtle, very subtle differences on the outside. There's a black hood stripe that actually has a little bit more detail that we'll show you in a bit. The front pony is now blue. There's some changes to the wheels that are very subtle, as well as on the rear. It now has California Special embedded in the GT symbol. I think it looks really fantastic. Very subtle changes on the outside, but I'm excited by the interior changes even more.
I gotta keep talking about the outside though, because what we're showing you now is the star white metallic, of course, but that is not the only color that you can get this package on. You can get it on Velocity Blue Metallic, which is my personal favorite option for this, Eruption Green Metallic, Shadow Black, Glacier Gray Metallic, and then Race Red.
Race Red. I'm so excited to see Race Red on a Mustang Mach-E. We haven't seen this color on a Mach-E yet. We've seen it, of course, on Mustangs in the past, and here's one perfect example of that. But yeah, we don't know if Race Red is going to be on other trims of the Mach-E. By the way, the California Special is available on the GT trim. But yeah, we don't know, whatever colors there may be, these are not the only colors that are going to be out there on the Mach-E, but we don't know the fate of the other colors as well, like grabber yellow. Is that staying? We don't know yet. So there's still a lot of info that we don't know about the 2026 Mustang Mach-E, but today's announcement is really, number one, that the California Special is here. We're going to dive into that a bit more and show you more details. And very important, ordering starts October 22nd, which is on Wednesday. So very exciting that 2026 ordering for the Mustang Mach-E is getting ready to open up. And, it's sort of like, it's usually like no big deal going from year to year. But as you guys all know, there's a lot of uncertainty in the EV market right now. Nissan decided they're not going to be selling the Aria next year in the US. Acura canceled the ZDX. So it's like every time there's like any type of new announcement come from any manufacturer regarding EVs, just at the present time, it's like, hold your breath and yay, good news, or darn, bad news. So it's great news to see that the Mach-E is here for another year. Looks like it's going to be minor changes looking at the specs just with the California Special, because they mentioned that it's the GT. The horsepower stays the same. The torque stays the same. No mention of range, so we don't know if that's changing. The California Special Package is going to be $24.95, but let's talk about more the actual individual details of what you get with the California Special. So first of all, there's a lot of this. What blue is this called again?
It's called Rave Blue, and I think they actually made it for this, right? It's Rave Blue.
For this and the other California Special, which is on the regular Mustang, and we'll show you that in a second. But yeah, this Rave Blue.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. It's a beautiful, rich, deep blue, which is why I think this would look awesome with Velocity Blue. You'll have to let us know down below what your favorite of all of the options are. Obviously, we're going to try to show you all of those colors, but the only one that we were able to see was Star White. So it's so hard to envision, but I'm having a great time doing it. And I think my favorite's Velocity Blue. I'm not sure what.
I just love all blue. So like, that would look great. It does look pretty good on this Star White. The red, I think, would be very interesting. And Race Red, if you don't know, it's like I was looking at it on the regular Mustang, and like Race Red, it's like it's more red than the Brembo brake red. So it's like, it's really red. And I think the blue could play off of that really well. Glacier Gray, of course. It feels like
That
it has
would look great.
some blue hues in
Yeah.
it, so I think that would pull it out very nicely.
That would be my second favorite option. I think that would look really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow black. I mean, blue and black. I mean, that would look really great as well. So I don't know. What do you think? Which colors would you pick to go with this? I almost want to like rank them. Eruption green is the one that I'm like having trouble
The
getting my
hardest
head
time.
wrapped
Yeah.
around. I'm like, will anybody order that? It just seems like an odd combo to me. And it reminds me, we borrowed a EV6 GT from Kia, and it was red, but on the GT line it has like lime green brake calipers. And I
It
was
was
like,
very Christmas.
yeah,
It was very Christmas. Oh yeah, will the eruption green be a little? Well, it won't be Christmas because
No,
it'll be
no.
green and blue. But okay, let us show you the exact aesthetics on the exterior. So we have the Rave Blue Metallic, the Rave Blue accents on the Mustang badging, which looks like really sharp. It's actually really notable. You see the Rave Blue on the GT on the rear with the California Special actually like engraved into the top of it, which I think is super cool. You have the GT / California Special / CS on the wheels, and then we'll tell you about the inside.
Well-
We won't jump into that right away, but look at the wheels. Okay, so this is a potentially controversial choice as we look at these wheels, and we're going to show you a comparison with the 2026 Ice Mustang two-door, because they got some really, really cool wheels. So the flower pedal wheels, we'll call them, on the 2026 Mustang Mach-E GT California Special. What do you think of them? Because like some people love them, some people don't love them that much, the flower wheels. I think it's a really interesting decision. And then we have the Ice GT, the Ice Mustang wheels, which are a star.
yeah,
They're so cool.
I always sort of like the pedal wheels, as a lot of people called them, on the Mustang Mach-E GT, and those sort of like went away after, I think it was after 2023. They disappeared for a bit. They're back. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think they look good, and I think they changed, if I'm not mistaken, I think they changed it. It was more of just like a regular silver. Now it's sort of like I don't want to say carbonized gray, but it's
a deeper silver.
deeper color. Very subtle to see the GT / CS there, but a lot of the changes throughout the California Special history have sort of been relatively subtle, like just a hood stripe and things like that. Back in the 1968 is the first time we saw a Mustang California Special. Didn't have like a ton of changes. I think it added a rear spoiler, added the hood stripe, added those clips to hold the hood down, the pins, sorry. And so it wasn't like a ton of changes, but it was sort of cool to see like these little things that make your car special straight from the factory. So I think that's really cool. But
yeah, and those were red and black, so it's really cool to see something.
it was available in different colors. Yeah.
Was it? I thought
Yeah.
the OG was red and black, and then now we have this Rave Blue, which looks really good. But you brought up the hood, so that's probably the most visible aspect of this, and I love how Ford is playing with the hood stripes on the Mach-E range. Obviously, the Rally has a super sweet stripe. But so now we have the California Special stripe, which is black, a gray, and then this Rave Blue. And it's inspired by the California coastline, California Special, obviously.
I think that's a bit of a stretch, but it's marketing for you.
Oh, well, no, I get it, because it's like the ocean and then the waves
emanating
off into the distance. It's very, very subtle. I don't think you would scream like California coastline when you look at it, but it's definitely there. This one picture we're going to pop up right now with that hood and
I was looking for it.
Rave Blue pony at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
The Rave Blue pony at the same time looks so good with the accents on the hood. I think that's probably one of my favorite things.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite things.
The blue pony is, I think, just really cool. And there's actually some mods out there. If you have a current Mustang Mach-E and you're like, oh, I want the blue pony, but I can't upgrade right now. EV Vita, Simon, you guys probably know him, but he runs EV Vita. He's offered a couple of different variations of the Mustang Mach-E pony. He has a blue one. There's a white one as well. I think he's done a pink one special for our friend that has a pink Mustang Mach-E.
He did a purple one for another friend.
Yeah.
But maybe you'll have to do a Rave Blue one. We'll have to check with him because that would be
Well, it won't be
awesome.
Rave Blue. That might be trademarked. But
It'll be Rage Blue.
yeah, there you go. So there are some options, like if you can't upgrade just to get the blue pony, but it just all of these changes sort of like add together to have some like really nice touches. And this isn't the first time Ford has done this, obviously on the Mustang, but even on the Mustang Mach-E. The last couple of years, the bronze package has been like the coolest thing out there. The bronze with the eruption green. Previously, they had the Night Pony, which basically darkened some of the emblems and could get you black wheels. There was the
Iced white
package, which white wheels, some the white pony on the interior, the white pony up front. So they're doing these little special editions, and they know it's not going to be something like everybody wants to rush out and get this. It's not dramatically different, but it's just to have that little customization if you want something slightly different with your car. So it's a little bit of fun. It gets people like us to do a video about it.
I think it's exciting though, because Ford really plays with the vibe and the aesthetics of this, and they play with the colors. So honestly, I don't know about you guys, but we never know what they're going to do year for year, as in like what exciting color are they going to bring? What are they going to change? Like Cyber Orange was such a fun pop of color that is now like an exciting and rare vehicle to see on the road, right? We even have a photo of a Cyber Orange with the Night Pony package, which looks so good. And it's so cool that multiple different years of Mach-E's have multiple different options and ways to customize your vehicle. So in the same way that like we could see a Cyber Orange with a Night Pony package, maybe now we'll be seeing that race red with the California Special package on top of it. And this will be like the exciting thing for this year, and who knows what'll happen next year. I just think it's really, really fun. And I'm also really interested to see whether Molten Magenta Metallic goes away.
Yeah, we won't know all of the color details. Maybe we'll find out on Wednesday, so maybe we're just going to do another video on all the new colors. But anyways, yeah, it's neat to see all of this. I want to dive into the interior before we get too far into this video, because this is where I sort of like when they do these changes on the interior, because like exterior changes are nice. You get to take photos of your car with that. But it's really nice when they make these changes on the interior, because you get to enjoy and appreciate them all the time. The seats, like just the first glance of the seats on the inside, I didn't even really notice. But if you actually look closely, it is like a navy vegan
It's called
leather.
Navy Pier. Yeah.
So,
vegan leather.
So it's like the back of the seat is still like the dark gray, but then there's the navy, and it's just a slight contrast. And I'm like, I think it looks excellent. It just looks, I think it makes it feel richer and a nicer component.
Oh, it looks super awesome. I'm a fan of darker interiors. If it's not going to be black, one of my favorite other options is this kind of like muted navy. It's a similar color that we actually saw in the Mini Countryman EV. Mm-hmm. They had sort of a, I can't remember what they called it, but a similar kind of like petrol blue navy kind of sheen, and I think it's so sharp, and it really accentuates the blueness of this whole California Special. And then obviously the Rave Blue thread and silver looks so good.
Yeah, we had a Mustang Mach-E first edition, which had the grabber blue stitching, and when we upgraded to the GT, we lost the grabber blue stitching. So I like seeing the blue stitching. It reminds me of that. I think it's really nice.
Our friend Murchie obviously still has his first edition, and he has the grabber blue with the grabber blue stitching.
And he just hit 100,000 miles. Go check out his video.
Yeah.
The other thing is like they changed things like the armrest, so it says not just GT but GTCS, but it also has that navy vegan leather as well. Just looks excellent and very nice together. Combining that, what else did they change on it? Oh, and then of course in the seats, like you see sort of, if you don't know, like on the GT Performance Edition and now just the GT, like if you shine like a bright light, it sounds weird, at the seats, it actually has like reflective material in the like detail of the seat. So now instead of it just being like silver, it's that radiant blue that will be shimmering back at you with the light. So at certain times, it just really pops, and just a nice little feature that you don't necessarily notice immediately, but I think just really adds to it, the overall look.
I think it's a super gorgeous feature. Obviously, we have that with sort of silver in our car. I think it's really interesting because the effect of it almost looks like ventilated seats or something. But unfortunately, of course, you can't get the ventilated seats on the GT seats. So
Yeah.
I wish you could combine all of that. But it's a really, really cool aesthetic look. I'm so excited to see this navy Pier in person.
Yeah, and like they've added to the armrest, but this sort of goes back to like then, would this look good with eruption green? I don't know, but like all the other colors, I think it would look fantastic. Eruption green, like green on the outside, and that.
Would it look good with the race red? I don't know about that either.
Oh, like a bright red and a dark blue and gray. Like I think that would look excellent.
I'm really excited about the race red though. Like that's a really cool addition. And it's just so awesome that we are in October of 2025. Oh, barely almost knew what date it was. But we're getting details about the 2026 Mach-E. So this is exciting that we've got all these details. We've got pricing details that we're going to share, all sorts of good stuff. And it's like still 2026 is far away still, it feels like, you know, like this is really good.
And we know that like traditionally this is like the time when you do get all of these details about the next model year, but everybody remember like the Mach-E, the 2024 Mach-E, like the details didn't even come out until spring of 2024. Because they were, changing the motors and things like that on the new Mach-E. So it was like, we kept going like, when is ordering opening up? When is the Mach-E going to be available for this current year? So right now it's exciting, like last year they got back to a more normal schedule, and then again this year. So that's why we're excited. It sounds a little bit silly to be excited that it's the normal traditional thing. But it's just really good. And then, again, circling back to like with all the uncertainties in the EV market, it's really exciting to see like, yes, these vehicles are surviving another year, and that's across the board. And a lot of people are wondering about pricing, so we'll get into pricing real quick. We don't know a lot of pricing, but I think I mentioned this package is going to be a $2,495 package. Just up to you on whether that's worth it or not. It's basically all aesthetics. There's no performance increase or range increase or anything like that. So totally up to you. People like to spend on mods and extra paint or nicer paint and stuff like that. So that falls in line with, what you see like on a lot of different cars. The great thing is that the Mach-E GT is going to be $53,995, which is cheaper than the $54,495 currently for the 2024 Mach-E GT. Now, of course, we'll have to wait until the order banks open before we can see like, did they change anything else that justifies that lower cost, or are they just lowering the cost? And then along those lines, the new base price of the 2026 Mach-E, this is the other thing that we got. So this would be a select rear-wheel drive standard range, is going to be $37,795, which is $200 cheaper than the current 2025. Again, we had to see like, did they take anything away, or are they just reducing the cost? Of course, the EV tax credit has disappeared. So how is that going to affect the Mach-E? Well, first of all, the Mach-E didn't qualify before it went away, but because of the leasing loophole, a lot of people were able to get that credit because Ford would claim the credit and then pass that along through leasing incentives. Well, the good news is that Ford is still passing along a lot of incentives. I was just checking before we went live or we started recording, and like right now they have like about $8,000 in leasing credit. It's going to fluctuate and change even before the end of the year, let alone before the 2026 models start shipping. So who knows if they're going to keep that. Hopefully they'll keep that and stay competitive. There's also right now great financing, so like 0% financing, I think, for up to 72 months. So if you don't know how auto manufacturers generally all their deals are like almost like month to month, so they'll keep extending those. And of course, Ford still has the Ford Power Promise going on right now. I think they've had a lot of success with that program, and hopefully that'll continue as well. And what that means is like they will give you a free home charger install, not just the home charger, but they'll pay for a standard installation. And that basically means like here for us, they would put an outlet in our garage. They're not going to pay for a service upgrade if I need like a $7,000 service upgrade. They're not going to pay for me to like run a trench, you know, to put a charger in a garage that's like 100 feet from the house. But like a standard install, like just in your garage, they'll put an outlet in, they'll put the charger in, and they'll help you arrange all of that. So that's a great benefit. I think it's been very successful. If you have used Ford Power Promise, please drop a comment down below. Let us know like your experience, good and bad. Like we've seen a lot of good. We've seen a few where the dealer didn't know how to process it, which they don't really need to process much, but just let us know. So far, we've seen a lot of positive experiences.
Yeah, and this can be a huge a huge money savings for you, and also a complexity, because for a lot of people, if this is their first electric vehicle, getting the home charging installed and getting all that is like a completely foreign thing. At least driving a vehicle is a bit familiar, right? For a lot of people, but the whole charging thing and charging a home and installing all that can be completely daunting, unfamiliar. So I love that Ford does this. And one thing to clarify too is that the install will be handled through Q-Merit, who do that. They've done that for Chevy vehicles. Chevy had a plan with them. So. They do this. They're known for doing this. And then the charger is by Emporia.
Right now. And it's basically... you know, I'm sure they're looking at where they have supplies of charging equipment. And if you don't know Emporia, that's the one that's on the wall in our garage. We've been using it for a couple of years. We have a video. We visited the Emporia headquarters in Littleton, Colorado. I think it's a fantastic device. But and by the way, it's not part of like the California Special, the high-end trims. Any Mach-E, any Ford Lightning, you can get this Ford Power Promise. But again, that's right now. I think they extended that through the end of the year for Ford Power Promise, maybe through the end of October. But they've been doing that, and then they'll extend it. So hopefully that's still around. And here's something else that to take note is like, if you are considering doing any of this stuff, a lot of times, and don't quote me on any of this, but just check into it, because I think this is how it works. Is like, if you go and place your order now, I think the way it can work is like you can say like, I want some of these deals that are out there now, and then when my car comes, that's what I'll get. I'm not 100% sure. I was told that in the past. The way things are changing, that may not be true, but at least investigate it, because it may be a very good opportunity right now to put in that order for a 2026 Mustang Mach-E, whether it's California Special or not, and lock yourself into some great deals. Some of them, of course, like the deals may say like you have to take delivery by X date. So of course that wouldn't apply, but check with your dealer if you're interested. You may be able to lock in some great pricing right now and great deals.
I'm just really psyched because like the tax credit changing at September 30th, I thought that, you know, we've been discussing and we've been percolating about what the result was going to be. So it's really nice to roll into October straight away with some good news from Ford, some exciting news about the Mustang Mach-E lineup, as well as the 2026 Ice Mustang two-door lineup. Like, I think that's really cool and that's exciting. And it's cool to see something that's going across the Mustang family, that the California Special, you could have an Ice Mustang and a Mustang Mach-E with that.
Let's get one of each.
Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah.
We're all EV. Sorry, we're all EV.
But if you get either of them, I would love to see it. Ice or electric, that would be awesome. And if anyone is putting a reservation in, because like we're going to release this on Monday when the announcement is coming out, but reservations open in 2 days. So if you reserve one, let us know, because I'm psyched for you and I want to hear all about it.
and like I was saying, it's $24.95. It's just aesthetic stuff. So that's up to you if you want to do that. But I do have to say, like, every time we have a meetup and like one of our friends has the ice white package, when they show up with their ice white Mustang Mach-E, everybody takes note, and especially because the white wheels on that were pretty something else. We'll just say
it's sharp and it's different.
But everybody's like, whoa, where'd you get those wheels? Did you do that yourself? And stuff like that. And the same thing with like the Night Pony, and then the bronze package, of course. Like bronze packages look so great. So it's like there are some little subtle differences, but it is sort of like you know, when we have like 30, 40, 50 Mustang Mach-E show up at a meet, and one of them is an ice white Mustang Mach-E, then all of a sudden it's just like that one gets a little bit extra attention. So very cool to have like some of those little differences. But it also goes to the same thing like with just modding your car in general. Like anybody that adds like a stripe or like the big pony graphic on the side gets a lot of attention. We haven't done a lot of mods, but like one of our favorite mods is we have the light up GT badge in the back, again provided by EV Vita. They do a lot of Mustang Mach-E mods, external and internal. We have some stuff from them, I forget, on the inside as well. So if you want to make some of these mods, you don't want to spend $2,500, you can use somebody like EV Vita to make it your own Mustang Mach-E.
Yeah, and this is not an ad for them at all. We just really like them, and we do work for them, and sometimes they sponsor our channel, which is super amazing. But it's really cool that they take your input. So if you ever want something made, like if we do want a different kind of pony on the front or whatever, a different color, leave it in the comments. Because we'll let them know. We'll let them know. And it's so cool that we have an option to customize. I love that the Mach-E looks awesome as a stock vehicle, and also that we have the options to customize. And it's really, really cool that we have these stock packages that can take it a little next level if you elect to do so. But if you go with that $37,795 select standard range, you're still going to have an awesome looking car. It's like still my favorite looking car. So I love that too. It's really cool. So it may just be an aesthetic package, but I think that's part of the fun.
And if you have a Mustang Mach-E right now, or if you're putting an order in for one, either way, or you just like the Mustang Mach-E, we should mention, join the Mustang Mach-E Club of America. Liv's wearing their shirt. It's basically, we have an online group and membership for all Ford EV owners, by the way. So if you have a Lightning, come join as well. Ford Focus, we don't have like a special area, but please come join us. But anyways, it's a way to share about your Mustang Mach-E, ask questions about it, ask questions about any Ford EV, and just basically connect with fellow owners. So Mustang Mach-E Club of America we'll put a link down below. We'll pop it up here, but you can also just go to fordevclubs.org. If you have a Mach-E or a Lightning, we're combining forces,
Or if you're a Ford EV enthusiast, really, we're trying to help people gather together, because sometimes it can feel like we're all sort of spread across different networks. Some people don't use this social media, some people don't do that. So Patrick, with his web and IT and all that good skill, decided to make this community and had the skill to make it so that we're not dependent on anyone else, and we have somewhere to gather where we can help you guys connect. So we also have events. We try to list all the events that everyone does around the country. If you want an event near you, come talk to us and we can help you organize it.
And by the way, because this video is going up, if you are in Southern California, you should join immediately, like today. If you have now this one you do have to have a Ford, we'll just say a Ford, because we have a very, very special Ford Cars and Coffee. We can't say where, but if you join and become a member, we can give you the details and let you register. It's in Southern California. We'll say Orange County. That'll sort of narrow it down because Southern California is so big. It's coming up on November 8th. So it's secret, but if you join, you can have access, and I think it's just super cool. And anybody that stopped watching before they got to this, they're going to miss out because it's going to be really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely join for that. We wanted to make this community so we can share things like this. It is a Ford official community. So we get to do things like have these exclusive meetups, which, oh God, I wish we could tell you guys about, but just come on the Ford EV clubs and we'll chat.
We'll share about it afterwards. But anyways, I think that's about it. Good luck if you're trying to order a Mustang Mach-E this coming Wednesday. Put a comment down below of what you're going to look at ordering. If you have any questions about it, between us and the other viewers, we will be able to answer any questions that you may have. We're really excited. We'll probably do a follow-up video and talk about all the new features, colors, whatever, anything that changes with the 2026 lineup. We love covering the Mustang Mach-E. If you don't know us, we used to be the Mach-E vlog and only did Mach-E. Well, we didn't.
No, we've always done all EV stuff, but we started as the Mach-E vlog because we put a reservation in for our Mach-E in November 2019 when they were first revealed. And then the evolution has happened because you drive one electric vehicle and you realize how awesome they are, right? So we love all electric vehicles. If you don't drive a Mach-E or a Ford EV, it's totally fine. As you were talking, by the way, I was like, I think we need to go build a California special on the site. Like we'll do a little like shop with us, whatever, and see if we can build all the different colors. Because wouldn't that be cool?
We'll do a build with us.
Yeah, build with us. Yeah, we're going to do that.
It'd be even more boring than this video.
If you enjoyed this video, please do let us know. If you didn't, you can let us know too, and maybe we'll change something. If you really, really, really enjoyed this video, then do come join our Patreon or our YouTube memberships. You get all sorts of different things like behind the scenes, trinkets, whatever. And on that note, a huge thank you to our patrons whose names are scrolling across the screen right now. It's like right over your face. Go on.
What? Yes. To the patrons.
Patron.
If you're a patron member or a member on YouTube, go check because like we just put a ton of behind the scenes photos from our last almost 2-week long trip. Lots of cool stuff in there. So check your messages because you got some behind the scenes access.
Yeah, and thank you so much to our YouTube members too who help support us on this channel and make it possible for us to get stuff like early information, like all of this. So I'm so glad we could share this with you. And on that note, we're gonna head out, right?
Yeah,
and
I'm hungry.
I wish we could go reserve stuff now, do the build with us. So we're gonna do that. That's gonna be really fun. So on that note, thank you so much for joining us for this video where we shared all about the 2026 Mustang Mach-E GT California Special.
Yeah.
Was what you're going to say? Leave your thoughts down below. And just remember that whatever you drive, whether it's California special or not.
Or California not.
We're going to have to feed him. Whatever. Enjoy the ride. Bye.